Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on our good friend ASFX, American Scientific Resources Incorporated. The past few videos on this one I have used a 60-minute chart, and I am going to continue to use that just because, as I've mentioned in the other videos, I feel that it gives the best kind of representation of what's going on with the chart. This video will be pretty short. I want to keep it updated because the chart remains popular. I get a lot of requests on it still. So I want to, keep it out there where people have an idea of what's going on. And there's couple interesting aspects of the chart that I want to go over. But besides that, there's not too much that can be said for it. Um, but nonetheless, like I said, a quick update is better than nothing at all. So I wanted to get this just updated from the charting standpoint. So the first thing I want to go over is just simply looking at this orange line here, which is the 200 period simple moving average. I believe the last time I did the video, I talked about how this was going to be a resistance that hopefully the bulls could push above. Unfortunately, they didn't, and you can see just how the 200 basically kind of pushed it down this whole little region here. But there's still hope, and I'll get to that in a second. But really, if the price is going to recover on the daily chart and so forth, the bulls need to push above this orange line here and show some strength. So the reason I say there's still hope will go to my second point here. But if you watched the video last time I did, I drew a bunch of support trend lines, and this one, which was our longer term one, is still intact. By taking these two spots here, you can see that now the price is getting very close to approaching this trend line here. And hopefully and ideally what we want to see happen is for the price to come here and then rebound off, and hopefully on the rebound off from the trend line, that's where the price will go up and just crush through this orange line here. That would be a great sign of strength, and I think that would really cause some extra momentum from a chart perspective, because if people saw the bounce off the trend line and then the break through this orange line, that would be a good sign of strength and hopefully set off some buy signals for people. Will it? I'm not 100% sure, but it's one of those things where, from a technical analysis standpoint, that would definitely be a nice, strong, solid move. So I'm sure some people would definitely be at least checking it out. And I want to just extend that out a little bit more just so you can see the overall picture so far. The other pattern that we're kind of getting here is basically like a symmetrical triangle wedge pattern. We have this line that is increasing, this line which is slightly decreasing. So you could call this kind of a symmetrical triangle. You could just call it a wedge, whatever you want to call it. Bottom line, the psychology behind it is, the bulls are pushing up, but at the same time, the bears are slowly pushing down a little bit too. So it's reaching the point where somebody's going to have to make a decision on which way the price wants to go. Right now, the bulls are going to be tested here. Like I said, they were down around this trend line area, so it's going to be up to them to kind of dig in and push the price back up, and hopefully it then becomes a thing where the bears are going to be tested, and not to state the obvious, but that's where we'd want to see the bulls push through and then hopefully get a nice move out. So next week and the weeks after should be pretty interesting in terms of seeing what the chart wants to do. But overall, it's hanging in there. Hopefully, like I said, this week will prove to bounce off this trend line. But only time will tell for that. So if you do have any other questions on the chart, please shoot me a message. I'd also encourage you to check out bullmarketnewsletter.net if you have not yet already. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, which has been getting very good reviews. And with your subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things, from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, and we've been making some good money together with our trade ideas and so forth. So it's been a good time, and best part is, it's all free, no strings attached. So you can check it out, but have no obligations or anything like that. One more time, this was ASFX. Thanks for listening, and have a good weekend.